One of the biggest reasons people become owner operators is freedom. I'm Rocky, and this is the Raised by the Road podcast, a collaboration between David's Transport LLC and Rockstar EDU. The goal of this show is simple. It's to give you the tools and knowledge you need to build a successful career in the transportation industry. This season is focused on owner-operators, and today I want to talk about something every owner-operator deals with. How do you keep your freedom without losing your stability? Because it's one thing to be independent, but how do you stay profitable, organized, and sane without giving up that freedom you work so hard for? Let's get into it. The freedom trap. We all want freedom. That's why you became an owner-operator in the first place. You wanted control of your time, control of your income, control of your work. But here's what people don't talk about enough. Freedom without structure turns into chaos. If you don't have a system backing you up, you're not really free. You're just scrambling, stressed, and stuck in survival mode. And that's not why you got into this business. Real freedom comes when you build stability around your independence, and that's when things start working in your favor. Independence without isolation. Now, being independent doesn't mean you have to do it all alone. Smart owner-operators stay independent, but they also build partnerships that support their goals. Here's what that looks like. It looks like running under a carrier's authority that respects your business. Using their infrastructure, like insurance, compliance, and dispatch, without giving up control. Keeping full say over your truck, your loads, your schedule, while still having real systems behind you. That is not giving up freedom. That's protecting it. That's freedom with a framework. And that framework is what keeps you stable while you grow. Building your lane without burning out. The drivers who stay free and profitable do a few key things. They specialize. They know their lane, they know their freight, and they know their strengths. Period. They track their numbers. I've mentioned this several times, and I guarantee you before this episode is over, I'll mention some of these again. But cost per mile, profit per load, fuel spend, there is no guessing, okay? They protect their time, family time, rest days, downtime. It all gets scheduled, just like freight. And they partner wisely. They work with carriers and brokers who respect them, not control them. This is how you keep building without burning yourself out. It's not glamorous, but it's sustainable. And that's what matters. Moving right into the freedom tip number 7. Watch the fuel. I told you I'd get back around to mentioning them again. But let's talk about one of the biggest factors in your bottom line, and that is fuel. Most folks think it's about finding the cheapest pump. And yeah, fuel prices matter, but a real fuel strategy, it goes deeper. You should be using apps to plan your fuel stops ahead of time. You should be considering fuel taxes by state, not just the pump prices. Definitely, you should be avoiding emergency fuel ups where you're forced to pay high prices. And you should be knowing exactly how your fuel card discounts work and using them smartly. But here's another tip. This is something I learned from my brother who's been driving for over a decade, maybe over 2. And that's be careful about over fueling. A lot of drivers top their tanks off like out of habit, and even if they're not going far, even if they know they'll be sitting for a day or two. And yeah, you're going to use that fuel eventually, but when you over fuel, it can eat into your profit for that week's settlement. Sure, maybe you'll spend less on fuel next week, but overfueling right now can mess up your weekly cash flow. It can make you more comfortable with idling and wasting fuel, and it can also lead to you spending more than you plan. So here's something to think about. If you know you're going home soon or you're not running heavy miles, you don't always need to top off. Sometimes it's smarter to just fuel enough to finish the run. Just be intentional. Don't fuel on autopilot. And that's part of your profit strategy. Fuel isn't just an expense. It's a place where smart decisions can make you money. That moves me to freedom with stability, which is the real goal. Let me be real with you. Freedom without stability is absolutely exhausting. But freedom with stability, that's where you're winning. At David's, that's exactly what we're building. We're not here to micromanage operators. You already know how to handle your business, but we believe you deserve real support. Systems that will help you grow and help you stay profitable. That freedom with a framework. That's the combination that builds long-term success. And if you're an owner operator who's ready to stay independent, but you want the stability of a solid carrier behind you, David's Transport might be exactly what you've been looking for. We offer real partnerships for serious drivers, the kind that lets you stay in control while giving you the tools and support to build your business stronger. If you're ready for that kind of freedom, reach out and let's talk. Thank you so much for riding with me today. Again, this is Rocky, and I'll catch you next time on Raised by the Road. Drive safe.